Hey, bitch, it's JamiThatsMe here. Listen, we got to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The girls are back. We took a long break from them, so we gonna go ahead and get on into it, okay? So let me go ahead and get my notes and things together. So first of all, Bose is deciding to go on a beach date with her man Keely. I think that's how you say his name, okay? She's very smitten by this man. I'm not sure exactly how long they've been dating, but I feel like they've been dating long enough, okay? So he takes her to the beach. Now, although I like this beach date, girl, that wind would have got on my damn nerves, okay? Because let me tell you, all that damn wind blowing, girl, let me tell you, I probably would have got a headache. Eyes would have started getting watery. I would have started getting the sniffles and shit, bitch, okay? Not to mention this damn wind is shifting my wig just a little bit. Oh, we're gonna have to get the hell up. This is cute. But can I face away from the wind? But then, of course, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it probably wouldn't matter which direction you face, because bitch, it was windy as hell out there, and I just couldn't take it. But if that's what you like, girl, who the hell am I? Let's keep going. Okay. So, anywho. She lives in, or at least they kind of have a long distance relationship from my understanding. He lives in San Diego, whereas she lives in LA. And speaking of LA, y'all, this is so freaking sad. And I literally was watching I was watching the video earlier today for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I was thinking about Garcelle's beach home, and I'm like, oh, this home is so, beautiful or whatever. I love that it's not on the beach and everything. And I said, oh, I hope that her house is not affected, by the whole storm. Not the storm, but the fires and things, because there's so many people losing their fucking house, and I just can't take it, because it's just really sad. All of your life, everything is in that damn house. Y'all got pictures galore, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Of your family. Like, I just hate it. I hate it so much. I'm talking about houses burned to the fucking ground, to go from having a home, a beautiful, rich, nice ass home, whatever, and then to somewhat being homeless in a sense. Like, ooh. I say in a sense, because a lot of these wealthy celebrities' homes are the ones breaking, being burned down. But then quite a bit of those individuals have somewhere they can go. They may have another home somewhere else in California that's not affected, or somewhere on another side of America, whatever the case is. So that's why I say somewhat, but still, a loss is a loss, and I hate that. And speaking of that, Bose lost her home. All right, she did put this post up, and I'm so sorry to Bose, sending all kind of love and support over there to Bose. Like, y'all, ooh, I just feel so bad. It's just crazy. Um, Bose says, "This is the house I wanted. The house I prayed for, the house I worked in blood, sweat, and tears for, the house that I put a keypad instead of a keyhole in the front door, because I wanted all my family and friends to have a code and use the house whenever they wanted. This is the house where I found peace after battling with racist neighbors, and a community that made me have to buy it in a trust within a trust, so no one would know that widowed single black woman with a teenager was buying on the exclusively held beach." Okay, she says, "This was my FU I'm here house." Try, I can't take it. Okay, the house that I built a movie room dedicated to my sister so she could see her films in her own sanctuary. This is the house where I finally felt like I could choose to spend time when I wanted to and how I wanted to. It's gone. This is an unimaginable loss. I grieve with the rest of Los Angeles as it burns. And even though I found even words to write here, there's nothing that I could say in this moment to describe this feeling. I ask for your prayer for her child and her. God bless you. Like, oh my God, y'all. I could just imagine the feeling that's in their stomach right now. Like, and then it's just like not even just the celebrity job, but it's so many people that just about lost their apartments, their houses, their cars, bitch. About lost their identification, bitch. Birth certificates, all kind of shit. Like, ooh, girl. By the grace of God, though, they didn't lose their life. So they stand to live another day to work on getting back everything that they lost. But damn, that's a fucking inconvenience. And I'm like, damn, could the fires not be controlled? I honestly don't know. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. And girl, and clearly they weren't prepared for this at all. Like it's a bit surreal too. Let's see. Beautiful home. Beautiful house. Wow. Is this the same house that she showed us on the show? Wow. I think Tina Knowles lost her house. Janae Aiko lost her house. Like, girl, it's just, Is this the same house though? I don't know if it's the same house or not. It looks a bit different than the one we've seen on television. Maybe she has a home that she films at versus, the home that she shows everybody else. So this looks like a completely different home. It was a beautiful house too. Wow, child. Girl. Ooh. Girl, that looks so unreal. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. Talk about how they gotta rebuild all of that stuff. Girl. Do they still own the plot of land that was there? So when they're able to go back and rebuild, like I don't know what the hell gonna happen, but girl, that's a lot. But I wanted to give y'all that in the midst of this video as we're talking about Bo's child. I just praying for everybody in LA that have taken a major, 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 major L. Like, and it's not just adults, it's children that are affected as well. Y'all, people in the house, you see in cameras and stuff, they looking to the right, to the left of them. Their house is surrounded by fucking fire. Like I can't. And then I found out that they did have a few people to pass away. I think at the time that I saw it was like 5 individuals. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. But I wanted to show y'all that, let y'all know what's going on with Bose, okay? Haven't seen anything with Garcelle, so right now things are looking okay. I haven't seen anything with, I don't think any of the other ladies. At least they haven't made a statement. So I want to believe that their homes are a-okay, which I do hope. That everything is intact for them. Um, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So Bose is on this date with her man and he asked her about what she wants in a relationship. She feels like that's a very tough question, but we know she wants what a lot of other women want. Okay. Honesty, consistency, communication. Okay. If you're communicating with me, you're being honest. I mean, it's not too many reasons for me to assume that you out here doing something that you ain't got no business doing. Just like she said, he calls her when he goes to the gym and stuff after he's just finished a workout and, all of that. Okay. That type of communication and transparency. Okay. He does let her know that he's also dating to marry. So Bose just might marry this man. And if he's in San Diego, then I would think he's really far away from where these fires took place. So I do question and wonder how he is supporting her during this time, as they are, still actively dating, from my understanding. But prayers going out to Bose and her family and all people in LA, just California in general, that's been affected by these fires. Like we on the East Coast over here dealing with a damn winter storm that's supposed to come in. I don't know if we're gonna get any snow or anything. I know Lord Georgia, they were saying we're supposed to, so I don't know if up north we are or what. Hopefully not, but girl, we over here battling this damn winter storm that's coming, and they over there battling fires. Like it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on right now. Let's get to Dorit and Erica because of course they do link up, and Dorit says that she can compartmentalize her feelings for her children, right? Versus what she got going on with PK. And she says they are supposed to have a therapy session coming up. So we'll see how that therapy session gonna go. Don't sound like it went too well. Now, she says she doesn't want to be talked to in a certain way, and it's really important to her. She says because when they get in their very toxic modes, they can say some very negative things to each other. And I'm just wondering, what the hell do they say? Okay, how do y'all really talk to each other? Okay, now it seems like you'll tell us what he said, but what the hell did you say? Okay. Now Erica wants her to, keep the door open. I guess communication, be mindful or whatever the case is while he's sober. Like, don't shut him out while he's sober. Okay. And I know Dorit wanted to say, well, bitch, it ain't me shutting him out. It's him shutting me out because he the one that talk about he don't want to talk to me on the regular. The fuck. And I'm the one that got his damn kids. Okay. Just discuss his behavior to me is just disgusting, just a piece. Okay. So of course they talk about the previous night and how Dorit was on one and she was laying it into Camille's. It's all right. She was on one. Okay. They also go on to talk about Sutton and how Sutton showed her ass and told Dorit, you upset with your own life, bitch. Don't be mad at me. So she pretty much threw that up in Dorit's face. So they're at a place where they just sick of Sutton and her bullshit because they feel like, girl, Sutton, you be trying to hide behind this whole disguise of sisterhood when, bitch, you is not for sisterhood at all. And let me tell y'all, a little bit of this episode, I have to say, Sutton, girl, you are full of shit. You really not about that sisterhood you be talking about for real. And I typically like Sutton. So Sutton, this ain't your season. Everybody has one. And this one's yours where it's not your season, okay? So Garcelle takes her sons to see their beach house, okay? And it's a beautiful home. Thank God I haven't heard anything, so hers is not affected. And she says that she's in a much better place for her son, Oliver, okay? He has grown a lot. She also opened up. I didn't really notice. If I did, I must have forgot that Oliver actually battled with like substance abuse and stuff. And she says, when he was going through that, she dealt with a lot of fear and a lot of guilt. And I can imagine the guilt she dealt with her trying to chase her dreams and being who she is, in entertainment and stuff, on top of, maybe duty called sometimes for her to be a mom and having to provide for him. And maybe she felt like Mary felt like, where did I fall short of something? So I can understand her having a little bit of guilt, right? So she talks about him abusing drugs and how she had to give him tough love at one point, okay? She says that she goes into like a story of him showing up to her home trying to get into the pool house or something, and she wouldn't open the door for him. She felt really bad because she knew that he was homeless, but she was trying to give him tough love as well. Like, you can't get access to us. Like, as long as you're out here abusing substances, that's not something that I can allow in my household. And I don't blame Garcelle one bit for that. Tough love is very hard to give, I'm sure, with your kids, it makes me think of if you give them a spanking. Like, I hate to give you a spanking, but I love you and you need to learn that I don't want you going out here doing X, Y, Z or whatever the case is. So I feel like that may be similar, like with the tough love. Like, I gotta shut you down. I can't always show up for you. I gotta shut you down because what you are doing, one, if I keep showing up for you, it's only gonna make you think that I'm gonna always be here for you to fall back on, and you need to learn that you're gonna have to fall on yourself at times. That's one, right? And then two, your behavior and what you're doing could jeopardize me as a mom with your younger siblings. Okay, these kids haven't even graduated high school yet, and I'm not trying to open up not now door over here to my house with no damn Department of Human Resources, a child protector, so whatever that is. I'm not trying to open up none of that over here because you can't get your SHI together. So I'm gonna have to give you a little piece of tough love, and it's just is what it is, and I'm gonna have to pray about it and hope that you come to your senses. But I cannot continue to condone your behavior. Show up as who I need to show up as a woman and to these damn children. I'm not going to be able to. The buck going to have to stop somewhere. And it's going to have to be a little tough. Okay, it's going to have to be a little tough. I let you into this house, you're going to start stealing and all kind of shit just to keep whatever you got going on going. And I just can't. Some stuff I'm going to have to draw the line at. All right. So I understand her feeling guilty about that because as a mom, she may feel like she's turning her back on her kid, but at the same time thinking that she's doing what's right and what's best for him. And that's all that she could do. So I'll follow her. All right. So she felt bad about that, but she talks about, thank God for his son coming along because the son definitely helped him get his act together on top of not having access to her and his brothers. That's another thing for him to have a family and feel like he don't got a family, right? That's something else that made him want to get his life together. So I'm happy for that. Good job for you, Oliver, for getting it together and, being able to be here to tell your testimony and stories to other individuals that need to get it together. I don't know if Garcelle has a relationship with Mary, but if her and Mary are able to connect in some capacity, and if Oliver is able to share his experience and, have a conversation or whatever, be a resource to Mary's son, that may be helpful in this whole Housewives universe. But you know, we'll see. But good for Oliver for working through that. Now let's get to Dorit and Bose, because Bose does come over to the house to chit chat. Bose said, listen, Dorit like to talk. Dorit like to talk. And you know what? I like to listen. Okay, so that's what it's going to give. Now, at first I was like, now Dorit, when Bose come over here, is you going to be a dumping ground? Are you going to be dumping everything on her and she not telling you what's going on with her? Like maybe she got some stuff she want to confide in you about, and you just dumping on her. But when Bose says she likes to listen, I said, okay, well then if you like to listen, then hey, okay, that's fine. Then let's keep going. So, of course, Dorit talks about the fact that her and PK had a 4-hour therapy session. Huh? What was y'all? What the hell? And then it's crazy because y'all had a 4-hour therapy session and nothing was accomplished. Girl, I would have left mad, pissed the hell off, frustrated, and everything. If I done sat up here for 4 hours and we still ain't get shit accomplished and we both about storming out of the office, girl, did the therapist do her job that day? So, anywho, she says PK pretty much showed his ass, all right? She said that he yelled at her and said, this is why I want a divorce. I do not want to be married to this woman right here. But Dorit, baby, this is what I'm saying. You not telling us what did you do or say for him to react and have that response. That's all that I am saying. What did you do? What happened? What did the therapist say? Did he react because of something the therapist said, or was it something that you had said? Like, what is it giving? Okay. So, anywho, she says it's the first time that she heard that. I don't believe that this is the first time that Dorit has heard that this man does not want to be married to her. It may be the first time she heard him say it in that way. But I could have sworn she sat down with Kathy Hilton and told Kathy that when they got into like an argument or whatever at one point, that he said something like that to her. I thought the divorce was his idea. So that's why I'm like, you sure? Okay, I think you heard that before. But anywho, she says it was in that moment that she realized she needed to get her shit together. And I said, B, I said the same thing. Girl, you better hurry up and get your motherfucking ducks in a row. Get your shit together. Be prepared. Okay, because if he's showing up to therapy like this, girl, he's definitely going to be fighting you tooth and nail for you to not get the things that you need. Especially when it comes to looking after them kids, all right? Get them together, all right? So anywho, Bose brings up the back and forth that she had with Camille, and Dorit feels like Kyle should have told her that Camille would have been there. Now, here's my issue typically, and y'all let me know. Y'all gonna do that anyway, because it's just how y'all is, okay? But I get bothered sometimes when people say, when two friends are not cool in the moment, yet they expect a person to still tell them certain things. BITCH, if we are not cool in this moment, I'm not telling you a fuck thing. Okay? Dorit feels like Kyle should have told her Camille was going to be there. Why? What if she didn't know for sure Camille was going to show up or not? I don't feel like she had to tell you shit. That's just what I think. But y'all let me know, okay? So Bo says that she didn't like when Sutton threw her life back up in her face. When she told Dorit, you mad with your life, like, BIT, don't come at me like that. Okay, whatever. So she didn't like that she did that. Bo says, that's the issue with people. People always want you to be vulnerable, always want you to open up, always want you to tell your business or whatever and hide it behind, oh, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? I support you. I'm here for you. But as soon as mad they come, they're going to take this same information and throw it back up in your face. And she's like, they're going to weaponize it against you. I don't like that type of stuff, okay? I don't like that. So that's how Bose is feeling about the situation when it comes to Sutton. She really sees Sutton for who she is. Meanwhile, Sutton over there thinking that, Dorit is telling Bose something that got her feeling away. And it's like, girl, I need you to consider the possibility that is you. It's all you. You're doing all of that on your own. Bose ain't rocking with you because of you. Okay? Anywho, you got Erica, Jane over there having an interior decorator come to her house. So he's supposed to be designing different parts of her house. And although I do kind of feel like Erica can't afford it, I was like, you know what? Maybe she can. Maybe that's why she was saving up money all last year or something when she didn't get the house decorated so that she can get to this very place of where she is today. Either way, I may be old as hell or something, but I much rather see Erica's home get decorated than sitting over there watching Real Housewives of Potomac and the ladies over there mimicking each other at a fucking rum bar. Like, I do not care. All right. I'm like, girl, let me see what this man, how he finna flip this house. Oh, okay. You talking about the blue on the ground, so you're gonna do a little something in the back with a pool. Like, I'm here for it. I am ready and looking forward to seeing Erica's finished product of this house. And I hope it looks really good, but we shall see. Okay. So, anywho, Erica and Dorit are talking again. And of course, Dorit brings up the fact that Kyle and PK may still be speaking to each other. Now, I do have a slight issue because I was like, well, I think they went back and said something. I was like, did anybody tell her that Kyle and PK were still talking? I was trying to figure out, like, how does she know that they still may be communicating? But then they flashed back to Erica, and Erica pretty much asked her if they still talk to each other. And I guess that's something that's been in the back of her head or whatever. And knowing that she's realizing she's going to have to get her SHI together when it comes to him and get prepared, now it's more on the front of her brain about whether they talk, because she don't want to give PK an inkling about nothing that's going on with her. And I don't really fault Dorit for that, okay? So Dorit says PK will use Kyle to get info about her while she can't have no info about him. Yeah, that would be irritating. And she says that she and PK aren't talking, and she wants to make sure that Kyle is giving him no info because any info could be helping him out in some way. So that's that. So she plans on talking to Kyle about that, all right? Let me go ahead and say, I think Dorit probably should have pulled Kyle to the side and had a one-on-one conversation about that. That's what I think should have happened. And then it's also about how y'all go about talking about it too. But anywho, we at Erica's party. Sutton is still pressed about the term weaponized and how Miss Bowles clocked her tea. She can't take it. So she then tells old girl, I forgot her name. But she ends up telling her homegirl, like, I feel like Dorit is telling her stuff for her not to like me. Like, no, girl, you're just doing SHI that makes her not like you. It's really that simple. And again, Sutton is so bothered by the word weaponized that as soon as Bowles gets there, she has on some type of bracelet that can be used as a weapon. And then Sutton says, are you weaponizing? And she's like, I might be, or whatever. She pulls her to the side. And what I also didn't like, I'm like, okay, your inner Karen is peaking just a little bit, Sutton. Sutton approached Bowles and told her, listen, the other night there was a word that was used that I didn't like, and that word was weaponizing. I didn't like that word. I would have looked at her and said, okay, you coming at me like I'm supposed to not use that word, change that word, whatever. You coming at me like I'm supposed to make you feel comfortable. No, I'm going to call it how the fuck I see it. So the approach kind of gave, you don't back the hell up out my face, girl. Like, okay, you don't got to like that word. I don't like how you act, but I'm not running up in your face right now. So anywho, Bowles went ahead and explained to her exactly what she meant by what she was when she used that word. So Sutton says, well, I wasn't trying to hurt her. And then Bowles said, but you did. You weren't trying to, but you did. And Bowles says, I get it because, you were angry. And Sutton said, I wasn't angry. I was defensive. I was not angry. And I'm like, okay, girl. Then Bowles says Bowles should put the same energy into their friendship and get to know them, and maybe and get to know her, and maybe she'll see her side and where she's coming from when it comes to Dorit. And I don't know why y'all keep highlighting you and Garcelle a friendship about Bowles. If y'all want to be closer to her, take the initiative. Take the initiative. I don't really see y'all really taking an initiative to actively get to know Bowles. I feel like Dorit did, and so her and Dorit are cool, and it is what it is, but she sees how you show up. Okay, I feel like Bowles also sees how Dorit shows up as well, because I think she may spend time observing, watching, seeing how y'all operate and stuff, but then at the same time, in situations, I think she does see where Dorit may be more right in that situation. as well. So anywho, what else? Uh Bose thinks that Sutton is like mean and calculated or whatever. She thinks she's like a nice person, sweet girl, whatever, but also she's a mean and calculated person. And I'm like, she got that in her. I think Sutton can be those things for sure. Now, Dorit, they get back to the table at some point, and Dorit asks Kyle about talking to PK. And Kyle says, I mean, yeah, I talked to him like in the past week, you know what I'm saying? But whatever you may think that it is, it ain't that. Like, he just sent me memes, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing different than what we was doing, earlier on, like in the beginning. Like, that's all that it is. And she's like, we don't talk about y'all at all. Like, nothing about y'all. I don't believe none of this shit Kyle talking about. Now, I do believe that it's memes. I don't think that Kyle is a bit more interested in PK than anything, okay? I just don't see that. All right. But I do think that her and PK have discussed she and Dorit for sure. I do believe that. Dorit says because they're not talking, she feels like Kyle should not be talking to her husband because they're not good. I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know, because you're asking a person that's like, y'all not on good terms, and you're asking her not to talk to the husband that you're not on good terms with. Now, if it's straight platonic, then I don't see nothing wrong with it. But if it's her doing a bit more, then maybe that's sketchy. But I don't know. Because how I'm looking at it is I don't see Kyle being interested in PK at all. That's how I'm viewing it. And I'm just like, what's really the big deal? And I also feel like things are being missed from this conversation as well. I don't think that Dorit is fully explaining. All she said was like, PK is having a tough time. And when he gets like this, like, I don't know how to react or how to respond or whatever it was she said. Versus pulling her to the side and telling her like, listen, me and PK had a really rough therapy meeting. And with that being said, I don't know what he's going to do next. And I want to make sure that he has as little information about me as possible. So I don't know if you guys are still talking or not, but if you could cease communication, I would appreciate that. Like, I just feel like she could have approached the situation potentially a bit different, even though I do feel like Kyle is also bullshitting as well, saying that they don't discuss her and Dorit. I mean, him and Dorit. I don't believe that. All right. So anywho, Dorit expects Kyle to share with her that she's in contact with PK or whatever. And Kyle says, well, if it were ever a situation where you guys weren't getting along, then me being a girl's girl, I'll stop talking to him. And I'm like, some part of me is kind of like, she don't owe you shit, Dorit. That's one. But then at the same time, since you want to be a girl's girl, according to you, Kyle, then you've been known that she and him were having issues. And then when Dorit's like, girl, you been through that. Kyle's like, no, I didn't. It's like, okay, now y'all want to act stupid when you know that they not on good terms. So stop talking to him. You the one that said that you a girl's girl. And if they weren't on good terms, you wouldn't talk to them. Well, guess what? They've been not on good terms. You've been aware of this, so stop talking to them. Just that simple, okay? Anywho, Dorit says he's making her life difficult, and Garcelle's like, how so? Garcelle be killing me when she asks questions knowing she don't give a damn about Dorit. So Dorit tells her, well, loss of communication or whatever, knowing that I have your children, especially when I'm trying to shield them. And then he'll go, Sutton, well, you can't shield them forever. Girl, shut up. Shut up. Okay, so Dorit is like, girl, I'm not trying to shield them forever. But I am at the beginning phase of my divorce and stuff like that. And that's not something that I'm ready to talk to them about if I haven't gotten certain things figured out my goddamn self. Okay? Hold what you got. So Sutton says, oh, we've talked about this on the boat. And Garcelle says, is this the same? No, not Garcelle. I think it was Dorit said, is this the same conversation where you told me you wanted me to lean on you? Only for you to turn around and throw some shit up in my face? Is that the same conversation? And then Sutton starts yelling at her, saying something like, what have I ever done to you? Or whatever. Again, like, and I say, Sutton, you love yelling at folks, but you can't take when the people yell back at your ass, okay? No, ma'am. You went from using your crying roller, to yelling at people. I need you to calm down. Anywho, Erica clocked her in so many words. Okay, Erica clocked her and how she showed her ass the other night. Sutton is full of it. And then Kyle and Dorit pick up their conversation because Kyle's like, I want to finish this conversation. Okay, enough of what y'all got going on because it ain't even about that. Let us talk. Okay, so Kyle says that if she knew that it bothered her, she would never do that, because in Kyle's head, let her tell it, she's thinking that everything is all good because that's how they've always normally operated, with her being able to text PK without an issue, just memes and they're laughing. It ain't that deep. So she's thinking they're still in that place. Okay, and she's learning now that no, you're not in that place, okay? It does bother her, so we'll see if she's going to cut it out. Garcelle asked if it would be an issue with everybody else if, their friend was talking to their man or whatever, and everybody pretty much said, yeah, that's a problem, okay? So Dorit says it's not that, you guys are texting. That's not so much as the issue. She says, but it's more so the issue that you wouldn't tell me. Now, Dorit, I'm with you now. I've been rocking with you, girl. However, y'all ain't been talking. Why do you expect a friend that you done fell out with to come and off and tell you that and give you that information? I feel like when y'all fall out, they don't owe you shit. It is what it is, okay? And honestly, I don't think that lady a bit more stunned damn PK than she is stunned Mauricio. She over there trying to figure out how she could fold his clothes and buy this for him and get that for him. And he like, I got it. It's handled. Don't worry about it. I'm good. She more stressed the hell out about that than she is thinking about a piece of a damn P and a damn K. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that now. So at this point, Kyle is like, listen, I'm done. I'm done doing this, okay? I'm done doing this. And then she calls her bitter. First, before she calls her bitter, Dorit was like, done doing what? She's like, girl, I'm done going back and forth with you, all of this stuff. Because Kyle feels like she's looking for a moment or whatever. And then she calls the lady bitter. And I'm like, bitter? Who's the fuck bitter? I don't think she's bitter at all. Like, why would you say that? So, anywho, Kyle ends up Kyle says that she apologized. She says, I apologize. I told you that I'll never talk to him again. What more do you want from me? Okay? You're trying to drag this situation out. So then Dorit yells and tells her that she doesn't get to talk to her that way. She says, you got to learn the rules are different now. And I'm like, I don't know. I get where Dorit is coming from, but at the same time, I understand if Kyle feels like Dorit is trying to drag a situation. Okay? Because then she starts talking about a vein popping up in her head. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm getting irritated. Those are my natural facials or whatever the case is. So if you see a vein popping, then you should know that, bitch, you getting on my nerves. That's just what it is, okay? And then, like, you trying to control this lady's emotions when you're irritating her and she's done told you multiple times that she'll stop talking to the motherfucker. What else going on? And then I do feel like you're not fully explaining everything to her. As much as you want her to explain some shit to you, you're not really explaining everything to her about why you want her to stop talking to him and this, that, and the other. And so it do give that it's a power dynamics of you want to be able to control some shit to say, I want you to stop talking to him. But I don't know what the hell you got going on, okay? But I've been here a bit for you getting in Kyle's ass, but I do feel like this particular scene, I just didn't understand, like, the huge deal when it really ain't nobody interested in PK like that. And then you over here making it about the texting and everything, only to tell us that it ain't even about them texting each other. It's about Kyle not telling you about it. Girl, get the fuck on. Like, that lady fell out with you. Wasn't trying to talk to you. Okay, you already knew they about stayed in communication just like they did right before the damn divorce. Now that you deciding that you about to get your ducks in a fucking row, now all of a sudden you want to make sure she not talking to him too. Girl, just tell her that. God, anywho, girl, let me know y'all thoughts about this. That's all I got. I'm JamiThatsMe, honey. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one, child. Bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can